Look, if you'd told me 8 months ago that my serene pondside retreat would erupt into a full-blown battlefield, I'd have called you crazy. I'd built a solid life after 25 grueling years restoring vintage cars back-breaking work that left me dreaming of nothing but quiet days tinkering in my garage. I'm Alex Harper, 45 now, and I thought I'd nailed it. A cozy bungalow on Willow Pond in rural Montana, snapped up with my savings. No more pushy clients, no tight deadlines. Just me, the water, and endless time to fix up old engines for hobbyists with fat wallets. Lena, my wife, was the cherry on top. Serene, always with a camera in hand or whipping up pies in the kitchen. What I didn't know? She'd once dropped threats from half a mile out, cool as ice. Ever uncover a hidden layer to your partner that flips your world? Spill it below. I gotta know I'm not the only one. We rolled in with 2 rusty pickups crammed with boxes, her tidy labels on every one. That first evening, we stood on the pier, gazing at the rippling pond under the stars. "This is ours," I whispered, and she gave that soft smile. Home at last. The place needed work: leaky roof, sagging pier, outdated bath, but the view? Priceless. Mornings, sunlight danced on the water, and I'd think, this is why I busted my ass. Lena spent hours on the pier, camera poised for the ideal dawn glow. I'd watch from the window, mesmerized by her stillness, adjusting the tripod with surgical accuracy, checking light levels obsessively. It was almost meditative, but eerie too, like she was scanning for something unseen. During our first blizzard, I caught her at the window at 3 a.m., rigid, eyes tracking the swirling snow as if calculating trajectories. "Can't sleep?" I asked. She shrugged. "Old habits." I chalked it up to her artistic quirks. Lena rarely mentioned her history. "I knew she'd served Army," she said vaguely, with that ramrod posture vets never lose. "Another lifetime," she'd deflect, pivoting to the herons nesting early or the pond's shifting hues. I had my own skeletons from my wild 20s, so I didn't pry. But hindsight? I should have dug deeper. One night, I overheard her on the phone, voice clipped and authoritative, pattern confirmed. "Proceed as planned." She switched to chatting about errands when I entered, but the chill lingered. Then Evelyn Thorne arrived across the pond for movers, luxury vans, furniture fit for a mansion. Money screamed from every detail. Within weeks, she crashed HOA meetings. A month later, president, after donating fancy office gear to the tiny board. Mrs. Ramirez whispered it was a landslide vote, more like a takeover. I stayed hands off, figuring it wouldn't touch us. Big mistake. Evelyn weaponized the rules like a dictator. Printed patrols, color-coded violation grids. Fines flew. Our pier extended 4 inches too far. Our yard owl statue clashed with aesthetic standards. Even our bell chime hung at a non-perpendicular angle, violating noise regs. Absurd, right? But when I ranted, Lena stayed eerily composed, probing. "What time did they show? Photos taken? Approach angle?" I thought she was strategizing evasion. Nope, she was profiling targets. I spotted her sketching neighborhood layouts, marking distances, claiming it was for photo spots. Then the flashpoint. I was in the garage sorting wrenches when raised voices hit. Peering out, Mr. Harlan insisted on the title, though his name was probably Dale loomed over Lena by the pier, waving a citation, invading her space. "Noncompliance means liens, lady," he barked. Lena froze, predator still, like a wolf before the leap. My gut twisted. I'd never seen that lethal glint in her eyes. As I hurried over, she locked gazes with me. Cold, tactical, deadly. Escalation ramped up. Harlan brought Vance, the compliance expert, a bully who thrived on terrorizing seniors, like cornering Mrs. Ramirez over her flower pots. They prowled our yard, snapping pics, measuring every inch, clipboard in hand like inquisitors. Lena watched from the kitchen, not glancing, tracking. Movements, patterns, blind spots. I figured caution, it was reconnaissance. When Vance grabbed her arm by the pier, "Step off." "Ma'am," time blurred. She twisted, fluid and ferocious. He hit the dirt, arm pinned, whimpering. "Don't touch me." Her voice? Arctic. They bolted. Harlan fumbled for his phone, but froze under her stare. That night, sleep evaded me. "Self-defense from service," she muttered, avoiding my eyes. But I knew better. Me cousin took those classes. This was elite. Googling Army restraint holds led to nightmares. Special ops, silent takedowns. Around 1 a.m., I crept out. She was disassembling a scope-like gadget, tucking it away fast. Next day, guilt gnawed, but I rifled the closet, discharged papers. Army Sergeant Lena Voss, MOS 8541, Scout Sniper. A photo, her in camo, rifle steady, eyes unyielding. My baker, my butterfly chaser, had been a ghost in the shadows, eliminating marks from afar. Hands that kneaded dough had pulled triggers on lives. Evelyn intensified. Police reports, bogus assault claims, tossed for trespassing, enhanced patrols, when I was out, targeting Lena solo. The Millers, sweet folks nearby, got slapped with $900 for improper porch bulbs they pondered selling. Lena's shift hit. Dawn hikes yielding intel, the Thompsons commute at 7:30 sharp. Mrs. Ramirez's meds arrive Wednesdays. She cleaned an old rifle optic at the table, murmuring, "Never sight in unless you mean to finish." Chills. Her notebook? Wildlife logs, but inside, schedules, habits, flaws. Harlan's bar stumbles post-noon. Evelyn's pill deliveries, heated calls. Binoculars on the pier. Nocturnal pests, she deadpanned, eyeing Evelyn's lit window. I joked, spying. They fired first. Googling Army Scout Sniper confirmed. Hunters of men, patient, invisible, lethal. Evelyn had poked a viper. Lena networked subtly cookies for elders, chats extracting gripes. I overheard her with Sarah Thompson, steering from kids' routines to Evelyn's overreach, fueling dissent. In our den, a hidden board. Pins, strings linking names, bribes. Photo collage, she claimed, flipping it. Overstake, hypothetical. If pushed, with leverage to expose, would you? I hedged. Her eyes weighed me. Evelyn's exposed Wednesdays, then rants. How? Neighbors talk. I discovered. Harlan drunk. She already knew. Whispers grew. She's ex-military. Got dirt. Harlan's fatal error. Boozy inspection, slamming our rail. I own this town. Slurred threats. Lena, Velvet, supervisor. He sputtered. She dismantled. Called the firm TVE no enforcers. Bribe. An anonymous packet hit the board. Fake patrols. Complaints snowballed. Tensions boiled 3 days pre-meeting murmurs of killer and proof. Evelyn summoned an emergency session to smear Lena. The hall packed, air thick. Lena entered like a storm front, boots echoing, scanning exits, threats. Laptop bag slung, folder in hand. MS. Voss. Evelyn sneered. Your aggression towards staff. Lena smiled, projector whirring. I've prepped visuals. Slides, surveillance grids, timelines. 6 weeks of targeted harassment against us. Voice command grade. Photos, Harlan's benders. Evelyn with suit-clad Roland Hayes, attorney for Pondview Resorts buying lots for condos via fines. Gasps rippled. Bank trails. $20,000 to Evelyn's consulting shell, $800 monthly to Harlan. Emails, ramp citations till they crack. Phone logs, Evelyn's midnight schemes. Then her bombshell, her discharge projected. Sergeant Lena Voss, Scout Sniper, 3 Iraq tours. I tracked insurgents in deserts hotter than hell. This. Child's play. Evelyn trembled. You're a monster. Lena, unblinking. I've neutralized 23 threats authorized to save lives. Never over a lawn ornament. But mistake patience for prey, and Harlan cracked. She made me. Just pressure. Neighbors roared. Fines recalled, badges tossed. A burly ally stormed out. Evelyn shrieked. She's a murderer ruling us. I rose. She fought for freedom. You sold us for cash. Lena's closer. I've ended worse than you without firing. Your op's dead. Retreat or burn. Evelyn quit on spot. Harlan vanished overnight. State probe nailed fraud. Pondview scrapped plans amid scandal. Now Mrs. Ramirez leads HOA, fair. No petty fines. Kids bike free. Owls perch proud. Pond's tranquil again. Lena and I talked on the pier, stars out. Why hide it? Wanted to be Lena the artist, not the reaper. I squeezed her hand. You're both in, that's my rock. Love's embracing the shadows. But here's the fire starter. Would you unleash a hidden past to crush bullies, even if it meant dredging up demons? Or is restraint always better, letting karma handle it? Does knowing your partner's kills change love or deepen it? Drop your takes below, smash like if this gripped you, and subscribe for more raw tales where the quiet ones strike hardest. Who's the deadliest in your circle?